All right. So we're looking up this piece right here. Got the man with no strings versus Butch Cleaver. Uh, and yeah, this is the second ink stream I've done for this. So we try to see how far we can get going on this tonight. Adding the inks to it. Yep. We're having a little weird Western showdown right now. So, and then I could show you guys the books too. I guess you go pick them up on zadecomics.com. Should be a link in the description if you guys want to go check it out. And let's see here. Should have it right here. Let's see. This is the book right there. It's written by Phil Diaz and has art by Oliver Isabella. This is the 0 issue. So it kind of talks a little bit about his origin. It's got some really cool back matter. And then issue 1 is out right now for pre-order, and it's double this size. So, and the price is pretty good price point on it too. So if you guys want to go check it out, yeah, killer artwork too, guys. Look at that. Let me show you some more. Pretty sick. Killer stuff. All right. Doing a late night stream tonight, super late. Been really busy lately, so just trying to get in where I can. Get in where I can fit in. Let's see here. Yeah, it's going to Super Gaming by Adrian. Hey, how you doing? Thanks for stopping by. All right. www. Wart. Yeah. Oh, thanks for subscribing. I appreciate it. Yeah. It's Jenny 420. Hey, thanks for stopping by. Thank you. I appreciate that. Thanks everybody that's hitting the like and then subscribing. I appreciate it. Let's see here. Bye. I'll have a good one. I feel like I low key suck at cross hatching. Yours looks good and clean. Oh, thanks. Um, yeah, just you could just do your practices like your sorry, you could do your pulls and your throws. You probably already know that. But there's this exercise where you do the 2 dots like this, and you just set them up and you just kind of go like that. It's a good little like warm up. So you can do, whatever you feel comfortable with doing. Sorry, line them up like that. I don't know. I suck. This is a layout for a book I'm working on. I actually have it right here. I gotta get rid of that. Little Crom the Barbarian stuff. King Crom story I'm working on. It's gonna be really cool, I think, hopefully. And then my book HELWÄR is coming out in a week, actually. Yeah. It's launching on Kickstarter. So everybody go sign up to my Substack. I have links in the description. And if you want to check it out on the pre-campaign's up right now on Kickstarter, my Biker Viking comic. Yeah, that's just like one little exercise you could do. Definitely. Absolutely. Yeah, was gonna watch Fire and Ice tonight, but it got a little too late. So I was like, yeah, I want to draw. Been a long week. Work on this piece, man. Really dig this piece. It's really fun. Yeah, I hope you have a good night too. Thank you for stopping by. 100%. let's get that that ruler out. Hey, what's up, Genuine Comics? Thanks for stopping by, man. If you got a link for your campaign, man, go ahead and drop it in there. Everybody go subscribe to Genuine Comics. All right, so we get a little bit of that. I'll probably maybe work on the background later. Yeah, absolutely, man. Anytime, brother. Anytime. Genuine's got some killer comics out there. All right, get the little ruler out right now. Pretty soon we're gonna start working on old Butch. Kind of want to get this guy squared up first, though. Not gonna add too much detail because there's a lot of light, and also a little farther away. Oh, the story behind this right here is I did a vote on Twitter. You know, who would win in a fight? You know, would it be the man with no strings or Butch Cleaver, two Weird West characters from this space out here in this YouTube comics underground indie scene, you know. And he won the vote. So I said, well, I'm gonna draw the battle going down because you know that's my shtick. So I got Butch Cleaver. He's getting some licks in there. He's taking that wooden arm off right there, but he's the man with no strings. He's got that sawed off revolver, and he's the repeater. He's blowing his legs off right here, but he's also getting one in the love handles right there on the side too. So I'd say he's winning, right? So yeah, this is just some fan art doing for fun. All right. And I wanted to do a piece on 11x17 that was wide. I thought that would have been really fun. It's been cool. I dig it. All right. Okay, let's see, blast. ZDMFG, thanks for stopping by. Appreciate it. Thanks everybody for hitting the like and the subscribing. You guys are awesome. Yep. And I got a book coming out in a week on Kickstarter called HELWÄR. It's my biker Viking comic. It's going to be 106 pages, black and white, 11.8 by 11.8. It'll be a book like you've never seen before. It's going to look like a heavy metal record. And yeah, everyone that signs up for my Substack, I'm going to send you a $5 off link for the first 24 hours. So Friday the 13th, mark your calendars. It's going to be on Michael Bancroft's channel. We're going to have a launch, a countdown party on that channel. And then I'm going to do a tailgate show where I preview the campaign like an hour before that. I don't know whose show it's going to be on. If anything, I'll do it on my channel. I'll be here. But this is HELWÄR right here. That's a comic. So you got this bounty hunter right here. It's his last day on the job, and he's been working for Helnora of Helheim. And once he's done with that last job, he's free, and his brother Wreckbolt will be set free. But she ends up tricking him, and he has to go on one more final mission. So it's the last day of this epic saga that he's had. And kind of like Hellboy, where if I wanted to, I could go back and write like a million stories in his past. But this is the last kind of. That's how I'm starting this. But yeah, it's action-packed book, guys. Check it out. Also, you're gonna get a free sketch card for day one backers by me, and a guitar pick that's glow in the dark, a poster, and a bumper sticker. So lots of goodies. Lots of goodies. Why isn't there a? Oh, hey, how's it going? Sausage, my honey. Why isn't there a Western Batman? They've had a Western Justice League before, and they've had a Victorian era Batman, which is the closest to it, called Gotham by Gaslight, where he takes on Jack the Ripper, and it's created by the creator of Hellboy, Mike Mignola. So I would recommend going and picking up Gotham by Gaslight. But yeah, there was a Justice League, from my understanding, comic that they did. Yeah. I think Batman kind of he goes good in the I think he works very good in the Victorian era, really good. It's like perfect for that. They actually made a cartoon, like two cartoons of the Victorian era Batman. They did the Gotham by Gaslight. They did a cartoon of that, and they did another one which is very similar, but it's a different universe. It's more of a Lovecraftian one. I think it's called like The Evil Came to Gotham or something like that. Oh, okay, you saw it. Good stuff. Yeah, yeah, it's good. Yeah, DC, like 90% of their cartoon movies are really good, I think, personally. Yeah, I'm kind of burnt out on Batman, to be honest with you. But he's one of my favorite characters. He always will be, you know, 100%. Yeah. I never thought I would say that either, because I love the character Batman, but I'm just kind of over it. Now I'm more into other stuff now. Really into sword and sorcery characters. Conan's my favorite. You know, that guy's just so badass. Yeah, Absolute Batman's okay. I was digging that in the beginning, then it got a little weird. Kind of became a new character at that point. At a certain point, it's like, no, it's Batman, but then you're just like, yeah, he's kind of not really Batman anymore. He's kind of a different dude, you know. Still, his mommy's still around, so it's kind of like, you know, I mean, he lost his dad, but it's really, it's not him. There's a lot of little things that really, you know, at that point he should probably, I don't know. But the book's huge, you know. They're gonna ride that thing till the wheels come off. I looked at the ad today for new releases. Half of them were solicitations for all like third printings of all the Absolute Batman books. You know, yeah, he'll be fine though. Batman will be fine. Yeah. But yeah, I like Conan. You know, I like him a lot more than Batman actually. Yeah, he's all about living in the now. He doesn't brood as much. He's goes out, having fun, has fun, gets in adventures. You know, does all kinds of shit. Gets crucified. Gets the woman of his dreams taken from him, like in a horrible way. Yeah, he's pretty badass. They try to crucify. They crucify him. Like they nail him to a cross. It's pretty brutal. And he bites these buzzards start coming down. They try to eat him. He bites one on the neck and spits out like spits it out. They put that in the movie too, but it happens in the book too. One of the books. It's a crazy book. It's one that there's like these twins and there's this queen and this twin version comes and tells her basically like, you're done being queen. I'm going to take over now. You know, I was left for dead and you lived a life of luxury. I'm going to take over. And Conan, he's actually part of her like royal guard, and he gets captured and he gets crucified, and then he gets out of that, and then it's a big old epic of him basically coming back and saving the day. It's one of the older Conan stories, like when he's in his probably getting up in his 30s or 40s. They use part of that story too for the Kevin Sorbo Cole movie, from my understanding. I haven't watched it because I like Kevin Sorbo. I like Hercules. I like Xena too. I used to watch that shit as a kid. I loved it. There we go. I think Sam Raimi would do a good Conan movie. Now that I'm thinking about it, possibly. Yeah, just now thought about that. Some people would probably say no, 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 but I think he could probably pull it off with the right people there to help him out and produce it a little bit. I don't mean money wise. I mean like get some of the people that, you know, the Howard scholars there on set and give them like some power. That way he doesn't do too much crazy shit to the movie, because he does sometimes he does a really good job. Army of Darkness was great. The first Spider-Man was good. Darkman was awesome. He loves pulpy stuff. He almost made a Shadow movie. So he could definitely do a Conan movie. I would definitely give him a crack at it. Kaliyaki Morones, hey, thanks for stopping by. thanks everybody for hitting the like and the subscribing. I appreciate it. Right now I'm drawing the man with no strings versus Butch Cleaver, my character. Yeah. I believe every time this guy takes someone out, he's cursed to walk the earth, and his body starts turning to wood. My character's got a curse on him too. Butch Cleaver. He was kind of a bad guy. He got resurrected, and he got a voodoo curse put on him, and hearse, and it gave him the power to weaponize bone on a molecular level. And so he comes back, and he's trying to figure out who killed him. And yeah, it's an older book that I did. Now doesn't feel like it, but it's been years since I started working on it and did a couple books for it. But I love the character. But right now, it's all about HELWÄR. That's what I'm working on now. Or not working on, but launching next Friday. Let's see. And then he became a part of a shed. Right. I'm sure I'm missing some of the details too about it. But yeah, The Man with No Strings is an awesome book. You guys can pick it up at zadecomics.com. It's written by Phil Diaz. Art it's just spectacular. This is it right here. It's illustrated by Oliver Isabedra. Just next level work. If you guys are into like Mike Silvestri, he's like kind of reminiscent of that. He's considered Silvestri's considered probably one of the best comic book artists amongst a lot of people, a lot of artists. And this guy kind of has that style a little bit. Really, really good. Look at that shit. As soon as I seen it, I was like, man, I got to draw this jazz. Yeah. So you guys can pick that up. I got a link in the description. It's Zade Comics. Zade. It's basically it's his name backwards, Diaz. ZadeComics.com. You can get this issue. This is the 0 issue, and they have issue 1 up right now for pre-order. And he's going to be putting out, I think, 3 to 4 issues a year. I think he said 3 or 4 issues a year, which is awesome. It's just enough to keep you invested. Sorry, it's getting a little late for me. It's past my new bedtime. All right, we got old Butch's scarf right here. There we go. There we go. Yeah, this is like my flagship character, so definitely going to do more Butch Cleaver stuff in the future. I have the 3rd book written, but who knows? I might have to go back and tweak it. I might want to change some things, but yeah. Most def. Gotta give him that cutting glove. The metal glove. The chain glove. There we go. Right. Start working on this cape over here. There we go. go. Leave a little gap right there for the explosion. And we'll kind of come in and add things as we need it. I'm gonna like erase a lot of the pencil marks in here. Sometimes I like to leave my pencil marks in there now. But not all the time. This one though, I'm definitely gonna have a lot of spatter. This thing is gonna be filled with spatter. But I'm gonna let this side dry up, and then next stream there'll probably be one final stream. Then I'll get in there and I'll start. I'll erase all the pencil and then start adding some effects to it, you know. But yeah, this is fun, man. I've never drawn like a wide shot like that. I was saying last stream I want to make a comic book that opens this way, you know, on its side, because a lot of cats now they're doing covers like this on their side, you know. I think it's fun to mess with the medium, just doing all kinds of stuff. I wanted to do a pop-up comic book, you know, like a pop-up book. I wanted to do like one scene somewhere in the middle of the book that's very important, you know, not the most important scene, but just one scene where it pops up. Maybe there's like a fight in there, and maybe the guy gets uppercutted, or I don't know, maybe someone gets shot like with a buckshot or something cool, you know. And you open the page and then boom, it pops up and hits you in the face, you know. But in like a graphic novel or a comic, but you'd have to really engineer it to where it's supported, and you know, a lot of that goes into the mechanizations of the actual book creation and production on the book itself. Because pop-up books, they usually are all set up to where they're pulled, and each page is respected in its own mechanizations, you know. For you to have like a floppy book and then there's just one page in the middle that's popping up, you know, you're gonna have to have a lot of different origami. But I think it's possibly probable. You probably have to make it to where maybe there's 3 pages that pop up, you know, maybe something happens in the beginning, in the middle, and the end, something cool. Definitely would be great, I think, for horror books, you know. I think that could be really cool. A little cheesy, but also fun. Most definitely. Yeah, but that's some like bucket list shit right there. That's something I want to do later on. 100%. All right, so we got old Butch there. We got his cape. And then later on, we'll get in there and start adding some more effects. And then I can add some shadows too. So when I'm dealing with something like this, it's in the middle of the day, I'm thinking. The lighting, it's just going to be sun everywhere. It's in the bone desert. The bone void. That's what I call in the book. The sand is made out of bone dust. This is where Butch is hatched. But I don't have, he's hatched in a bone abbey. It's not here. I made this little cave right here, though. I thought it looked cool, and it has these gigantic like bones coming out of the ground. Just 3 of them, you know. Something like ceremonial, some type of like holy place. I don't know. I just thought of it, so I think it might be kind of cool. Maybe I'll use it in a story later or something. But I was thinking about like there's these 3 swords that are in Scandinavia. I think it's Sweden, and that represents the 3 kings. And that's what I was thinking of that. Yeah. I was thinking of that, and what else was I thinking about the other night in my head? It was 2 things. Oh, and I was thinking of Legacy of Kain. There's this game called Legacy of Kain, and there's these things. They're called the Pillars of Nosgoth. That they also use that, I think, in the Pillars of Nosgoth, though. I think there's like 6 or 7 of them, but in Kain. But when Kain will sit down in the middle of them, it's pretty dope. But I think that was taken from Michael Moorcock's Elric, and I think they also used then they used in The Witcher. I think they used that shit too. But yeah, that's where I was thinking about that. I think it, you know. Okay. I don't mind citing my influences, you know. Everybody borrows from everybody. As long as it's not a blatant ripoff. All right. These buildings are made out of wood. I'm just kind of freehanding them to give them a little more character, you know, and they're far away. Let's try to look at them. Just do it like we know that the sun's coming up from above, so we're dropping the shadows underneath things as we're going. All right. I'm thinking the sun's probably coming. It's up high, coming down, but it's also a little bit more over to the west, a little bit. Yeah. Little ladder right there. One movie I really or show that they're working on is Gargoyles, man. I hope they do a good job with that. I know James Wan was producing it. I always forget about that. It's like, yeah, man. I hope they do a good job with that. I really do. It's like Disney's best IP, but they don't do nothing with it. There's been a lot of people trying to get their hands on it too, from what I remember. A whole lot. Just adding little bits right now to this piece. I could add more later too, as needed. Little horsey down there. Love drawing horses. Super swole war horse, dude. They're horsey. No stinking ruler. If you guys got a ghost town wherever you live out there, and if you live in the States out here, I recommend going and checking them out, man. Who knows how long they're going to be there. I found one in my neck of the woods too. There's the coolest ghost town I went to. It's up in the Sierra Nevadas. It's called Bodie. It's up in the mountains. It was a mining town. So it's one of the most well preserved possibly in the world, old west towns. And I remember going there. They had the schoolhouse, everything just completely like everyone just left the town, like a Stephen King book or something like that, a Lovecraft, up and left. And everything's just well preserved and it's in its spot. I think it's like a natural like landmark now, like it's part of the Parks and Recreation, but it's up there somewhat by Yosemite. Yeah, but yeah, go check out some ghost towns. I want to go to Tombstone. Yeah, I've heard nothing but good things about that. I'd like to check that out. I want to go to that's. I know a lot of people that moved to Arizona too. Before the great Texas exodus of California, everyone I knew moved to Arizona, and I know a lot of people. Sorry, that came from Arizona. Yeah, but they got Tombstone, like one of the biggest Western movies ever made. You can go there and go to the Birdcage Theater where they're shooting their guns off, like in the movie, and there's bullet holes in the roof of the ceiling you could see if you go in there allegedly. You can check those out. Kind of puts you back in time, All that stuff is important. History is important. Very important. It's always my favorite subject. So I'm just doing a quick background, dropping some shadows in there. It's far away. It's the sun, it's beaten down. I can always add more to it. I want to just make sure the focal point are on these boys, and their action. So that can help with the lighting. The more detail you put in the background, the more busy it gets. It's a little too busy, For me, it's the action in this scene right here. There we go. Sorry. It's like right there. I don't want to draw too much detail in the background around a spur. I want to see a little bit of that. I don't want to connect these lines right here. You know, a lot of like disconnections with art, man. Especially if you're doing a lot of action and shit going on in your drawings. In my opinion, yeah, I like to kind of make things disconnect lately. Sorry, let me get my big ass head out of the way. Oh, there we go. I can see what's going on. Guess they got a new Marshalls TV show now with the guy from the character from that show. What is it? Keep wanting to say Longmire, but Yellowstone. That's the one. Probably like, duh, it's Yellowstone, man. Yeah, I watched a little bit of Yellowstone though. I didn't really watch that much of it. Thought it was okay. I didn't, you know. Been watching Tulsa King. That show's pretty funny. I guess because I had Paramount for a while, but I guess Warner Brothers is scooping up Paramount. Is that what it is? Or no, it's vice versa. Paramount scooping up Warner Brothers. So that means HBO is probably going to go over to there, and I won't even have to get all the Paramount and Taylor Sheridan shit. I was also watching Lawman with what's his name? Billy Bob. Show was pretty entertaining actually. He's pretty good. I like it when he plays an asshole. Like what was it, Bad Santa? Saw Bad Santa 2. It wasn't very remarkable. The first one was pretty hilarious, though. I liked that one. You know, pretty fucked up Christmas movie, but that's okay. There we go. Got a little bit of stuff going on in the background here. Maybe we'll throw one of these up right here like that. Let the town come to life a little bit. We'll do a little. Maybe I'll leave that like that for now. I might make this cape black right here. Or I might leave it like that. I was gonna make this room black, but if I leave it like this, I don't want this to be black and this to be black, so I'll leave that for later. Just try to make a mental note of that for myself. Little things like that you think about when you're inking. Again, I'm not using the ruler too much on this because I want it to be very ratchet and rickety. An old western town falling apart, you know. So again, we got a little horsey right here. Horse with a fucking busted back right there. Whew. Broken back right there. I've seen horses like that where their back's just kind of blown out and it's just a big U like that. Usually like the old ones. It's pretty fucking crazy. All right. There we go. Ba-da-ba-ba-da-ba-ba. Drinking these soda, these probiotic sodas. They're called poppies. You guys ever had these? It's pretty good. Yeah. Not bad, not bad. Let's see here. All right. Got a little wet on my board right there, a little drip. All right. Right. I mean, we're going to have a little water trough right there. I'll just have that shape there. You're usually going to look at it and think it's a water trough or a tie down for the horses. I'll leave that up to you. Now, this one definitely is going to get some of that. There we go. And we got another window right here. A little bit of that. Nothing too crazy. These a little longer. Mm-hmm. All right, now we start working on this side right here. Okay. I'll line that up. Make it pop a little more. There we go. Thanks everybody for watching. I appreciate it. You guys are awesome. Hope you guys having a. Was it today? Thursday? Yeah, Thursday. It's not Friday yet. I keep thinking it's Friday. The timing is pretty off right now. Yeah. We're gonna draw a little bit of wood lines in here. Nothing crazy, but a little bit. All right. Got the pipe right there. This is fun. Drawing this city. Or town, I guess. There we go. I got a little dude right here chilling. Always gotta have the dude right there in the alley, you know. Always. Just like that. And then you want to do a little just silhouette. Just a little bit. He's in there chilling. All right. I'm gonna do one of those like that. So I'm gonna do the bank. Got the bank right there. Little bankadoo. bank right there. All right. A little bankadoo. Try not to hit the boot. There we go. Again, not perfect. You don't want it to be perfect. You want it to be old and rackety and ethereal at the same time because it's a dream. So not everything needs to be a straight line. It can be a little wobbly, a little off center. That's what I want. So you got like a little box right here. Let's do an outhouse right here. There we go. It's a little better. Yeah. All right, so there's that. A little smoke. Nothing too crazy because we don't want to draw too much attention. We got to keep respecting the lighting. Okay. There we go. start working on this background right here. I'm going to switch pens too for fun. Why not? Maybe the town will have one pen, and the background will have the wilderness will have another pen. Maybe I'll do something a little different, even more so than that. Maybe I'll go with one of these. Yeah, this one's losing ink, so it's definitely going to look a little different. Going to be almost gray. That's kind of what I want. Alright, so that'll work. Let's do these back ones right here. Spin it. Can always come back and add more shadows to this later if I want. So I'm gonna start working on some cactuses. Just gonna make them black. I'll pop out a little more like that. This one will be white. Put some spikes on it too, you know. Alright, so we got that right there. Start adding these bones over here. I think that'd be kind of cool. Again, we're using this pen that's drying out of ink. I think it gives like a cool little effect for the background because of the lighting. Everything kind of can serve a purpose, man. Even if your pens are kind of running out of ink, you can still use them for stuff, you know. Put some steeple in there. Just kind of leave it like that a little bit. It needs to be darker though. Right. I can move on to the next one. Kind of similar deal, you know. Gotta keep spinning the pen too, that way it stays you don't lose any of it. Make it a little smaller too, that way it doesn't touch that. All right. Some lines in there for shape. It's starting to really die out, but I like the effect though, you know. Looks really dusty. It's kind of sort of. This one's going to be darker than all of them probably because it's furthest. Yeah. All right. So now, and then when I erase this, it'll look a little better. A little bit. Not too much, but a little bit better. It'll pop a little more. And then we'll start doing this cave right here. Start working on these rocks over here. Yeah. We're working on lighting. Trying to get some textures in there too. Let's see. All right, so a little bit of that. And then once I erase it again, you'll be able to see more stuff that you can add to it if you want. Kind of breaking up these rocks a little bit. Nothing too crazy. Let's see. All right. I'm kind of going for this tone right here. Kind of want that scratchiness to it. Instead of just going full black. Let's see here. That's kind of there. Almost there. Let's see. All right. I could come in here with the black ink and just kind of, go push, 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 but I don't want to do that. I want to get that texture in there, I'm looking for those happy accidents too. Sometimes it just, I don't know, looking for texture. There we go. Looks a little more like a cave right there. There we go. All right. Look at it here real quick. Have to work on this a little bit right here. This one's just gonna have to take one for the team. It's got to pop. But again, you'll still get some texture on it. So you get some teeth on it. And I'm gonna go. I'm gonna break these in like that. All right, let's see how that looks. So right now I'm looking in the mirror of it. Yeah, it's a little better. All right. So there we have that. Probably gonna call it tonight, folks. Went about an hour and a half, but to be honest with you, I am getting a little tired. This damn schedule changes got me getting sleepy quicker. So, but it was a blast, Ron. Thanks for everybody that stopped by. I really appreciate it. Yeah, hope you guys have a Thursday? A good Thursday. Friday Junior. Yep. And always remember to be bold, be brave, roll the bones to know your role, and remember, if the artist isn't starving, then the artist isn't hungry. I'll see you guys back around for the final INKSTREAM. It'll be INKSTREAM 3 for the man with no strings versus Butch Cleaver. Have a good day, guys.